What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDoWorkHereLady. Alright, this story's called, "We tell you who our dad is and you call us liars trying to get free food? Get killed with kindness." Greetings, fellow Redditors. Longtime reader, first-time poster, this is less of an I do work here lady and more of a my dad works here lady, so I hope this post correlates enough to not be removed. Anywho, I recently called my dad, a fitness trainer, kickboxer, and life coach, to catch up and chat when we recalled an event that happened several years ago. The memory just hit me and realized I was too young at the time to understand exactly what happened, but adult me gets it now. So I figured it would make a good first-time post. When I was maybe 11 or 12, my dad took me and my two teenage brothers, maybe 14 and 16 then, to this massive place that I think was some kind of fitness expo. I remember this orange mile-long jogging track inside that circled the room, several areas to exercise with top-notch workout equipment, spin cycling, power yoga, weightlifting, and the like, and a swimming pool area that would moisten Michael Phelps' wettest dreams. I also remember this huge room with more workout equipment with a big enclosed space in the epicenter of the room with a kind of stage inside. It was hard to see clearly on the outside, likely for privacy reasons, and so the trainees are less distracted. Come to find out, it was where these exclusive training classes were taking place, and possibly recorded for people to train at home. But I could be wrong, with some house mixes bumping on the speakers that would make anyone want to get up and get down. Damn, I miss 90s house music. Check it out if you're unfamiliar, you won't be disappointed. Since my dad was one of many star trainers attending, my brothers and I received guest lanyards, which allowed us to roam the place if we wanted. Our parents raised us well to be responsible and behave in public, or it meant our asses when we got home. The only thing was, we weren't allowed to use the equipment. No biggie. It was the same rule when he took us with him at one of the fitness centers he co-managed over the years, so that was nothing new. Dad introduced us to some of his clients and fellow instructors, many of whom recognized us as our dad had our pictures on his desk and talked about us often, especially me, as I resemble him more than my mother. I remember some saying I was such a pretty girl in my puffy winter coat. Being the super shy type, I reacted as you might expect, but I still knew when to say thank you, especially with Dad being so proud to introduce his kids. As the time for my dad to start his class in that dope AF enclosed space grew closer, he told my brothers and me that if we got hungry to tell the clerk to put anything we want on his tab, and he would pay for our food when his class was over. We weren't greedy kids and knew not to overindulge, so the trust was there. Pretty much everyone in this place knew my dad, so we just had to drop his name to the clerk when we were ready to eat. He gave me a kiss, gave my brothers the usual "look out for your baby sister," and left to be awesome. The place where we wanted to get food had the best view from the third floor. This ginormously wide window, which did my fear of heights no favors, let us see damn near everything on the main floor, including that jogging track. It felt like being in one of those VIP boxes at a sports event that lets you see everything. Now, the clerk selling food and drinks wasn't at the counter when our dad first brought us in, so we decided to wander, and thus leads us to the meat of this post. My brothers and I gave ourselves a tour, careful not to get lost as this place was as big as a super mall, until eventually we got hungry. We made our way back to the kitchen area, and this middle-aged Asian woman was behind the register. She greeted us without a smile while we surveyed the healthy goodies in a glass display for what we wanted. My brothers told me to pick something first, and then they did the same. After the lady clerk said our total, we told her who our dad was, and that he said to put it on his tab to pay after he finished training. She said something along the lines of, "Dad's first and last name is your dad?" We told her yes. Remember, she didn't see us come in with him earlier. She told us no, rather coldly too, and that unless we paid for everything ourselves, we weren't getting anything. My oldest brother told her we couldn't pay, hence our dad suggesting the tab option. She just cut my brother off and told us to go. And no, we couldn't show her a photo as proof because camera cell phones weren't quite a thing yet. Disheartened, we just sat at the table across the room and watched everything outside the window. We even kept track of specific people going around the mile-long track for who made a full circuit the fastest. Kinda made a game of it while we talked about other things. While we sat waiting, I glanced occasionally at the lady clerk, who I swear could open the circus with the daggers her eyes were throwing at us. I realize now that she was probably keeping an eye on us in case we tried to steal or something. In my job experience in recent years, I understand keeping an eye for suspicious-looking people is part of any job description, and my brothers were really tall. But that didn't excuse the lady clerk's cutthroat tone and rude attitude as if we were known delinquents. Over an hour later, our dad finally came back, sweating so heavily that he looked like he just stepped out of a pool, and the lady clerk said hi with a big smile. My brothers and I went up to him, and the first thing he asked is if we got food. We told him no and explained why. My dad went up to the counter to the lady clerk, looking like she forgot to cancel her Amazon Prime trial a day too late, pulled out his wallet, and told us to order what we wanted. I could hear the "told you so" on my brothers' faces. I am paraphrasing their exchange as it was well over 15 years ago.
This is your dad?
Yes!
And these are your children?
Yes. She takes a good 5 seconds to get her jaw off the floor and starts to profusely apologize while my dad, a tallish black man with a shaved head, small hoop earring, and the physique that puts upscale nightclub bouncers to shame, gives her Keanu Reeves levels of kindness and understanding, while she is all but kissing his ass while getting our, and now dad's, orders. She even threw in some free oatmeal raisin cookies for the trouble. My brothers and I are like, "Sweet, thanks." My dad bid her a good day and we left. My dad is a Muthafugin boss in more ways than his job title. Update. Whoa, I never imagined this post would go kablooey like this. And yay, my first rewards. Thank you so much, kind people. May you find $20 in a jacket pocket you haven't worn since November. Thank you to those who made sweet and heartwarming comments. I love making people happy and am thankful my past story brightened your day in these dark ones. As for the less than sweet comments, I understand where you're coming from and honestly can't say why certain things didn't happen differently when this happened to me, my two bros, and dad. As I said, I had jobs in the past where we have had to watch out for people we felt suspicious of, hence me not faulting the lady clerk for hers. Maybe I didn't make it clear that it was her immediate rudeness and dismissal of me and my two brothers that bothered me, which again, I understand, but that didn't mean my feelings weren't hurt by her actions and words. I was a shy kid after all. Imagine how that made me feel at the time. And those who asked why my dad didn't just give us the money, I honestly don't know, as this happened more than half my life ago. My dad is a wonderfully kind and assertive man who loves us and continues to guide us in our adult years, and does the same for his grandchildren who also look up to him. Well, first off, let me answer the whole why didn't he just give them money? Well, first of all, if you have a tab, why not use it? Second of all, he wanted them to get whatever they wanted, so if he gave them money and there wasn't enough money to get what they wanted, well, that would suck. Third, it's pretty easy to lose money, and, you know, like I said, tabs are convenient. Anyway, overall, the story was pretty cool. That place sounds really freaking amazing. This story's called I Don't Have a Teacher, I'm the Driver. First time posting to this sub, I'm on mobile, so I hope formatting is okay. Just a little background. I haven't been in high school for a very long time. When I graduated, the internet was just becoming a thing. That being said, at my 20-year high school reunion, I looked almost exactly like my senior picture, except now I wear glasses. There's a saying you may or may not have heard. Black don't crack. This saying describes me to a T. I'm constantly met with disbelief when people find out I have children and have been married for nearly 20 years. At the time of the story, I was driving a school bus. This can either be an awesome job or hell. It depends on who you drive for and the school districts in equal measure. The fun thing about being a bus driver is field trips. As the driver, nearly wherever you take the kids, you get to get in for free because you brought them. So amusement parks, museums, zoos, etc. I got a free pass just for driving the bus. I took a group of seniors to Six Flags, an amusement park in Texas. After parking and locking up my bus, I head over to the courtesy desk to get my ticket. Now, it should be pointed out that I am in a line with 7 other bus drivers, all wearing the same uniform. Khakis with a blue uniform shirt with our company logo and name on it, and a lanyard with my name in it as well. Here's the cast. There's me, cashier.
Other driver.
Teacher.
Hi, may I have my ticket, please?
I'm sorry, you have to have your teacher get your ticket.
I'm not a student, I'm a driver.
Look, the teachers are supposed to have all student tickets. You'll have to talk to them.
But I'm not a student. I drove the students here, on the bus.
Oh, P, you coming?
Yeah, just trying to get my ticket.
As I said, you'll have to get your ticket from your teacher.
No, drivers get the tickets from you guys.
Yes, but the students have to get it from their teachers.
But
I'm not a student.
Hey, OP, the students wanted to know if you take a few of them with you as a group.
Not required, but I was a popular bus driver and the kids liked me. If I can get my ticket...
Your teacher should have it. Miss, OP is our bus driver. He's not a student, and the drivers are supposed to get a complimentary ticket. Can I see some ID?
I show my CDL.
I'm so sorry, sir. I'll have that in just a moment.
Well, at least you're aging well. You are aging, right?
My knees tell me I am. Sports injury. That was a pretty cute story. I've pretty much only ever had cool bus drivers. I'd say that bus drivers and custodians are like the cool uncles and aunts of school faculty. This story's called, Lady, I'm the Teacher. Please stop yelling at my student. While I was 21 and studying for my languages and teaching degree, one of my teachers had a languages school and offered me a job to teach English and French since I'm fluent in both. I would teach 4 times a week and worked with the 4 group ages: children, teens, young adults, and adults. On Wednesdays, I started my afternoon with children, and it ended with adults. Most adults were 40-plus professionals who went to class after work, and some of them wore very formal clothes because of that. One of the kids from the children's intermediate class loved learning English and was a fast learner, so he recommended her to attend an extra children's conversational club class on Monday, higher level, while still attending her normal classes on Wednesdays. She was very excited about it, and her dad, divorced parents, was fine with it. I don't know what the kid's mom understood, but she thought we somehow were setting her back, and the woman decided she couldn't wait and needed to argue with us that same day. Adults' lessons started at 7 p.m., and it was around 6:55, so some of the adults were chilling and talking about their week before class when the lady arrived. She looked around the classroom and directly went to Paul, a very shy, suit-wearing bank manager.
How dare you pull my kid out of her class and put her in a level for beginners?
Miss, please.
Be quiet! I'm talking with the teacher!
Some of the other students were laughing.
Stop laughing, you losers! My kid is 9 and knows more English than all of you!
This is enough. Please get out of the classroom.
Don't tell me what to do!
I'm not telling you this again. Please leave the classroom and stop yelling at my students. Crazy mom is pointing at Paul crazily. Look, miss, we can talk in my office, but you need to leave this room now. One of the students who owned a restaurant made a joke about dealing with annoying people like her on the daily, and the crazy mom got even angrier, but I managed to get her out of the room. I explained again that I was was the teacher, but she refused to talk to me because
You are so young!
and yelled a popular yet ridiculous saying about young people. That really pissed me off, and I wasn't very kind when I told her, "Look, miss, I'm their teacher, and I'm your kid's teacher. So if you please stop acting like a child and tell me what your problem is, I might be able to help you." Somehow that snapped her out of her tantrum, and she left slowly and loudly, stomping downstairs. It literally took her like 5 minutes to get down 16 steps. I went back to the classroom, apologized to the students, and we had a pretty nice conversation about how culturally here is quite common for middle-aged old people to look down on younger professionals. Some of them even accepted that in the past they acted like the lady in a situation but would never do it again, and others say they would give extra support to their younger colleagues. Damn, 21 years old and already teaching classes. Hit me up, down, left, right, whatever you want, baby. Anyway, that honestly seems like a really cool environment to learn, because you're teaching kids, little kids, big kids, and adults. That's cool. That's so cool. Imagine all the different freaking people you'd encounter and stuff like that. That's crazy. This story's called "That's Nice of You, But I Work Here." To preface, I do look young for my age, even more so when this happened. I, 23 male at the time, coached high school wrestling for a few years at the school I graduated from with my old head coach. I finished work about an hour before practice, so I was always early and either worked out in the empty loft or talked crap with my old gym teachers. On my first day of practice, I had to go to the athletic director's office for keys to the school and locker room, but he wasn't in, so I made my way to the main office. Having gone here for school, I knew where everything was and don't think I looked lost, but I didn't have a pass, so that could have been confusing. While walking down the hall, I was stopped by one of the students.
Hi, can I help you find where you're going?
Nah, I'm just headed to the office, but thanks.
Oh, okay. Well,
Redacted.
Where are you from? Do you have your schedule yet? What grade are you in?
I'm not sure if she was nervous, really eager to help, or trying to get out of being back in class, but I had no time to answer until she finished rambling off those quick-fire questions. "That's very nice of you to ask, but I actually work here. I'm one of the wrestling coaches." Her face went flush, and she just hurried away. I understand the embarrassment, so I didn't try to stop her and say it's okay, but I'm sure with that attitude and initiative she took to help a stranger out, she's going to do just fine in life. Yes, that was so very nice of her. And then she got embarrassed and ruined it. What a chump. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.